This is bringing together of two ventures and the Beijing Tong Ren Tang North American project. Beijing Tong Ren Tang has been around for 347 years. The company is in China, but it's also in 26 other countries with 130 facilities in those countries. It is certainly the most famous company in China and one of the oldest TCM companies. It was the official company of the Qing dynasty and provided TCM, or traditional Chinese medicine, to the emperors and leaders. In 2016, the goal is to expand the global network, and starting today, to introduce it to New York as part of that expansion. And then the next location will be Los Angeles, and then eventually San Francisco. Can everybody hear me okay, by the way? I know some of the guests are still sleeping, so I don't want to be too loud. The European facilities, those other 26 I mentioned, they started in Holland in 2015 and then expanded to Sweden, Czech Republic, Poland, Switzerland, and now in 2016 in the US. The Hong Kong facility houses the administration facilities, the medical, and the production facilities. Now I'd like to introduce a few people, mention their names, and Mr. Zhou Shongxing, and pardon my pronunciations, he is the commercial counselor of China's Consulate General in New York. And also is Linda Sung, Director of External Affairs, Global New York. And Linda is being represented by Joanne Choi, her deputy today.
Joanne, please stand up.
Mr. Ji is the shareholder of the Tong Ren Tang U.S. holding company and chairman of Tong Ren Tang e-commerce business. Also, Ms. Li Shaw, the chief engineer of Tong Ren Tang listed company. Fong Li. I should say that.
This is Mr. Ji.
Mr. Ji. Fong Li. And Tong Ren is the General Manager Assistant of Hong Kong listed company. And Ms. Quan-Tin Fong, in the back. And the Director of Tong Ren Tang Communication Department. And Helen Vong, over on the left over here. She is the Manager of Overseas Investment. The partners, Mr. William Chaw, the partner of the Flushing Joint Venture, working with Tong Ren Tang for over 30 years. Dr. Jin, a partner in the Manhattan Clinic. And Professor Huang, chairman of American TCM College and Education Partners. Our gift sponsor today, who provided the lovely silk scarves, is Von Yu Hong, represented by Miss Wu. And now I'd like to bring up our first speaker. She is the Vice General Manager of Beijing Tong Ren Tang Group, the CEO of Beijing Tong Ren Tang Chinese Medicine and Chinese listed company. Please welcome Madam Ding.
尊敬的周善清参赞，尊敬的林德森主任，尊敬的各位来宾、女士们、先生们，新闻媒体的朋友们，大家上午好。
Commercial Counselor, Mr. Zhou Shanqing, esteemed Ms. Joanne Choi from the Governor's Office, and honored guests, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from the media. Good morning, everyone.
今天我们相聚美国纽约，在此举行北京同仁堂美国系列开业庆典活动的新闻发布会。首先，我谨代表北京同仁堂集团对各位来宾、各位朋友们的光临表示热烈的欢迎和衷心的感谢。
Today, we're happy to gather here in New York for the press conference to initiate and celebrate Tong Ren Tang's series of location openings in the U.S. First, on behalf of Beijing Tong Ren Tang, I would like to extend my most sincere gratitude and welcome to all the guests and friends of the media who are joining us today.
也许大家对同仁堂还有些陌生，同仁堂是中国中医药行业的著名老字号。1669年成立之时，就立下了养生济世的宏愿。
Perhaps the name Tong Ren Tang is still unfamiliar to everyone. Tong Ren Tang was founded in 1669. It is one of the oldest and most revered names in Chinese medicine. From the time of its inauguration, its grand mission has been to cultivate wellness and to aid the world.
1723年，经雍正皇帝钦点，同仁堂独办官药，历经8代皇帝，长达188年。同仁堂由此成为中国中医药行业长盛不衰的金字招牌，也成为中国医药行业最高质量的标杆。
In 1723, Emperor Yongzheng of the Qing dynasty decreed that Tong Ren Tang would be the exclusive company responsible for providing the royals with Chinese medicine. After 188 years in the reign of 8 emperors, Tong Ren Tang became the golden standard in the Chinese medicine industry, as well as the benchmark for the highest quality herbs in the industry.
347年来，同仁堂人始终恪守炮制随凡，必不敢省人工；品味随贵，必不敢减物力的古训，以修和无人见，存心有天知的工匠意识，成就着配方独特、选料上乘、工艺精湛、疗效显著的至纯珍品。
In the company's 347 years of history, Tong Ren Tang has always abided by our motto of no compromise on the cost and labor despite the complexity of processing herbal medicines, no compromise on the quality and standards despite the rareness of the ingredients of the medicines. With the spirit of true craftsmen, we have manufactured high-quality products that have unique formulas, superior raw ingredients, created with superb techniques and show distinguished efficacy.
近年来，我们更是接连获得了中国质量奖、中国商标金奖和马德里商标国际注册特别奖等奖项。
In recent years, we have been consecutively awarded the Golden Prize in the China Trademark Award and the Madrid International Registration of Marks Special Award, among others.
同仁堂正在从一个响当当的中华老字号成长为一个具有国际影响力的知名品牌。
Tong Ren Tang is growing from a respected Chinese name to a renowned international brand.
我想告诉各位，自1993年同仁堂走出国门，北京同仁堂海外诊疗患者已超过3000万人次，数以亿计的海外朋友了解了同仁堂。
Since expanding outside of China in 1993, Tong Ren Tang has totaled over 30 million in overseas patient count and garnered the attention of hundreds of millions of people who live abroad.
预计到今年年底，北京同仁堂将在中国大陆以外的26个国家和地区，拥有130家包括零售终端、中医诊所和养生中心在内的各种形式的网点。
It is expected that by the end of this year, Beijing Tong Ren Tang will have 130 locations in 26 countries and regions outside of China that include retail shops, Chinese medicine clinics, and wellness centers.
而就在此时，就在这里，同仁堂即将开启海外发展的新篇章。此刻，我们将一同见证同仁堂347年的历史传承正式登陆美国新大陆。我们一同携手打开中医药又一个新世界的大门。
And at this moment, in this very room, Tong Ren Tang will open a new chapter in its expansion overseas. We shall witness the official arrival of Tong Ren Tang's 347 years of authentic Chinese medicine heritage at the shores of the New World, the United States, and let's open another doorway for the growth of Chinese medicine.
在未来1周内，北京同仁堂将在纽约、洛杉矶、旧金山3个城市开设3家门店、1家文化展示中心及1家医学中心，并从中国邀请中医专家进行巡回义诊、健康讲座及中医学术论坛活动。
In this coming week, Beijing Tong Ren Tang will open up pork shops and one cultural display center in New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. We will invite Chinese medicine doctors from China to give free consultations, health seminars, and Chinese medicine academic forums.
此外，还将在洛杉矶医学中心开展以精准医疗、基因检测为依据的中医诊疗合作项目。我们不仅要为美国民众带去对最原汁原味的神奇中医药，更要敞开怀抱，拥抱先进的前沿科学技术成果，让美国民众更好地了解同仁堂，了解中医药为何会如此神奇。
We will also initiate cooperative projects at the Los Angeles Medical Center for using results from precision medicine genetic testing as a basis for treatment with TCM. We don't just want to bring the amazing effects of authentic Chinese medicine to the Americans. We also want to open our arms and embrace the findings of the most innovative scientific research in our efforts to allow Americans to better understand why Tong Ren Tang and Chinese medicine can achieve such extraordinary results.
中医药是中国原创，健康则是世界需求。在前不久刚刚结束的里约奥运会上，美国运动员身上的东方红圈掀起的不仅仅是一次中医药的热潮，更是世界对中医药的肯定和期望。
Chinese medicine originated from China, but the need for health is shared by people all over the world. In the most recent Rio Olympics, the Oriental circles on the American athletes generated not just a wave of interest in Chinese medicine, but also conveyed the world's recognition of and expectations for Chinese medicine.
作为中医药行业的龙头企业，同仁堂有责任顺应这一历史潮流，有责任承担这一需要，有责任践行这一份济世养生的梦想。
As the leading corporation in Chinese medicine, Tong Ren Tang has the responsibility to step up and answer this call, the responsibility to satisfy this need, and the responsibility to pursue our goal to aid the world in achieving wellness.
我们不仅要把优质的中药及精湛的医术带给美国民众，更要通过服务美国人民健康需求，展示中华传统医药文化的博大精深，为中美友谊谱写一段属于中医药行业的新乐章。
We don't just want to bring high-quality Chinese herbs and superior clinical skills to Americans. We also want to showcase the profound wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine through servicing the health needs of Americans and forge a new chapter in the friendship written by Chinese medicine between the Chinese and American people.
借此机会，我要感谢北京同仁堂在美国各地的合作伙伴，为推动北京同仁堂落户美国所做出的积极努力和突出贡献。感谢各界朋友对中国传统中药企业的信任与支持，感谢美国各界政要的莅临。我还要感谢各位关注中医药发展、关注老字号同仁堂发展的媒体朋友，还要特别感谢的是中国驻美使领馆的支持和帮助。
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the dedication of Beijing Tong Ren Tang's partners in various locations in the U.S. for their immense efforts and contributions in helping Beijing Tong Ren Tang establish our presence in the U.S. I thank our friends from other industries for your trust and support for traditional Chinese medicine. I want to thank the political dignitaries who grace us with your presence. I also want to thank our friends in the media who are interested in the growth of Chinese medicine in Tong Ren Tang. I especially want to thank the help and support from the Chinese Embassy and consulates in the United States.
让我们一同祝愿北京同仁堂美国各门店开业大吉，祝愿北京同仁堂美国之行顺利成功。
Let us all join in our celebration of the grand opening of the locations of Beijing Tong Ren Tang in the U.S. and wish that Tong Ren Tang's American chapter will achieve great success.
最后，衷心祝福各位来宾身体健康，万事如意。谢谢大家。
In conclusion, we sincerely wish all of our guests good health and great prosperity. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Dean. Our next speaker is the Commercial Counselor of China's Consulate General in New York. Please welcome Mr. Zhou Zhongqing.
Dian Yongling, General Manager of Tong Ren Tang, and Ms. Joanne Cui, the representative of Governor's Office, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very delighted to attend this press conference today. First of all, on behalf of Ambassador Zhang Qiyue, Chinese Consul General in New York, I would like to express our warm congratulations on the forthcoming opening of Beijing Tong Ren Tang's Minchi LLC and Beijing Tong Ren Tang Concord, New York LLC. Presently, more and more Americans began to accept Chinese medicine treatments. The development of the Chinese medicine in the United States is also bursting with vigor and vitality. Since the popular support of acupuncture in the early 1970s, the trend of Chinese medicine continued to play a huge role and influence. Beijing Tong Ren Tang, which has 347 years of history, is one of the most outstanding representatives of Chinese medicine culture. The establishment of Tong Ren Tang Minchi Group LLC and Concord New York LLC has not only brought traditional Chinese medicine service to New York and the United States, but also promotes Sino-Western culture exchange. Along with the deepening of Sino-US cooperation, potential of culture exchange and economic and trade cooperation has been further explored. Last Tuesday, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang met with former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg for a dialogue with U.S. business leaders at the Waldorf Service Hotel during the week of the United Nations General Assembly in Manhattan. Investment to the United States and the culture exchange were hot topics of the dialogue. The forthcoming grand opening of Tong Ren Tang Minchi Group LLC and Concord New York LLC is definitely a true portrayal of deepening economic and trade cooperation and culture exchange, making another vivid case of Chinese enterprises investing in the United States. Speaking of China's foreign investments, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce a few more. China takes precedence over not only foreign trade or inward FDI, but also outward FDI. China has entered a new stage in which inward FDI and outward FDI has been laid equal straight. According to statistical communique of the People's Republic of China of 2015 FDI, jointly published by Ministry of Commerce, National Bureau of Statistics, and the State Administration of Foreign Exchange on September 22nd, Chinese outward FDI for 2015 has hit a record high, totaling up to $145.7 billion US, ranked the second all over the world. By the same period, Chinese inward FDI flows was 135.6 billion, which means China has become a net capital output country. Chinese government spur Chinese enterprises to invest abroad, while staying in line with host countries' law, statutes, folkways, habits, operate lawfully and compliantly, fulfill the obligatory social responsibilities and duties, and fully integrate to local places. We also hope that host country's government could protect the legitimate rights of Chinese enterprises and staff, and provide requisite and convenience for the investment activities. When giving a speech at New York Economic Club not long before, Premier Li Keqiang mentioned, no matter who wins the United States presidential election, I believe China-US ties will grow steadily and in a positive direction. Moreover, we also believe that the potential for Sino-US trade and investment cooperation will be further excavated. The scale will be further expanded with the joint efforts of both countries' entrepreneurs and relative parties. In conclusion, hopefully Minchi Group LLC and Concord New York LLC will abide by the centuries-old tradition of China, of Beijing Tong Ren Tang, and strive to spread traditional Chinese medicine culture throughout the globe. I wish you every success in future business. Thank you.
Mr. Zhou Zhongxing, thank you. Our next speaker is the Assistant Director of Asian American Affairs. I'd like to introduce Joanne Choi.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joanne Choi. I am the Assistant Director of Asian American Affairs for the Governor of New York State. It is such a great honor to be here for the grand opening of Beijing Tong Ren Tang. And thank you, CEO Madam Ding Yongling, for having me and our office here. The governor was not able to attend because due to a conflict in his schedule. And therefore, on behalf of the governor, I would like to express his excitement of the grand opening of 2 locations in New York State. We welcome you and your business, and we hope your business will prosper in the state of New York. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joanne Choi. Next, I would like to open up to just a few questions that Madam Ding will be happy to answer.
您好，我想问2个问题啊，一个呢是这个中药在美国，因为有很多这个政策方面的跟中国不一样，所以在这边卖的东西跟在国内有没有不一样的地方，或者说因为文化的不同，你们有没有对产品做一些调整？然后还有一个呢是好像法拉盛那边也有一家同仁堂，应该是台湾来的，就是这个跟你们之间是一个什么样的关系？
谢谢您的问题。第一呢，就是同仁堂呢，在中国国内我们有中成药品种呢1000个左右，有差不多超过1000个产品的能号。那么同仁堂呢要进入美国，我们呢首先呢要依法经营、合规经营，所以我们的品种呢在美国呢首先要得到 FDA 的认证和批准。在这方面呢，应该说我们做了很多的工作。这次过来呢，我们呢只有少部分产品，应该是不到10个，通过了 FDA 的批准，正式在美国合法销售。那么下一步呢，我们会选择更多的适合美国这个消费的这些中药产品呢，依然去进行美国 FDA 的申请和注册，以期呢在这儿能够合法的销售，为美国民众呢提供更多的可供选择的中药品种。那么至于法拉盛有一家纽约同仁堂，我也跟大家说，我们呢应该说首次登陆美国投资和开展业务。之前的这个法拉盛的这个纽约同仁堂呢，跟北京同仁堂呢，应该说从资产各方面呢没有任何关系。我们这次在纽约呢召开今天的新闻发布会，我们是那个法拉盛有一家同仁堂自己的门店。这个呢，就是我们张瑞群先生作为股东，我们呢共同开办的。我们跟那个明奇诊所呢进一步的合作呢，我们金明医生呢，应该说呢， 也是那个我们金明医生呢，也是致力于很多年在这边推广我们的中医中药。这也是我们的那个合作伙伴，我们的那个明奇诊所呢，也是在曼哈顿第5大道上，也是我们的诊所。现在在纽约，我们只此2家，跟其他的没有任何关系。所以也请广大消费者呢要认清同仁堂我们自己的门店。谢谢大家。
So a brief translation of the question and answers that were just asked. The questions there were 2 questions. One was because traditional Chinese medicine, after it comes to the U.S., it will face different policies from China, and whether that will affect the products that Tong Ren Tang brings to the U.S. The answer to that was that Tong Ren Tang has over 1,000 products, and because we want to operate in the U.S., obviously abiding by the local laws and regulations, we need FDA approval for all of our products. Therefore, at the moment, there are only about 10 products that will be brought to the U.S. that have received FDA approval, and the goal is to produce more products that will in the future receive FDA approval that we can bring to the U.S. The second question was there is another Tong Ren Tang in Flushing, and the question was whether or not that's related to a Beijing Tong Ren Tang, and the answer to that was the Flushing Tong Ren Tang is not in any way related to Beijing Tong Ren Tang, and this is the first time that Tong Ren Tang has come to the United States, so that consumers should recognize that there is a difference between the two. And we will also have a shop in Flushing that we will be opening, and in Manhattan we will also have the Tong Ren Tang Mingqi group, which will be available for sale of Tong Ren Tang products and services.
请问你说的 FDA 批准有10个药是什么意思？就是你们是以保健食品呢，还是以药在美国销售？
So the question was, what does it mean by there are 10 FDA-approved formulas?
我们以食品补充剂的方式首次进来，那么有6味地黄丸、加倍逍遥丸、感冒颗粒等这个中国国内非常畅销的品种，也是美国市场需要的品种。
We will come as formulas, so already formulas that we're very familiar with, such as 六味地黄丸, and that will come as a product in powder form, as a food supplement, because Chinese herbs are recognized as food supplements in the U.S.
One more question?
请问一下，北京同仁堂在美国有没有正式登记商标？另外呢，就是美国同仁堂在关于中药和这个中医方面，未来在美国的市场有什么计划？
同仁堂商标呢，应该是马德里国际特别注册，应该呢在100多个国家和地区已经登记注册。那么在美国呢，我们的商标呢，应该说早就注册了，而且是合法使用。那么未来呢，同仁堂登陆美国，我们是除了这个开了几家门店和诊所，应该说呢，我们还会进一步加大投资的力度，按照我们全产业链的一种设计，比如说从药材的种植、采购、研发、生产、销售，包括建立本地化工厂，包括下一步我们中西医结合等等，全方位的进入美国市场，通过传播中医药文化，为美国民众呢，应该说培养这个健康的生活方式，提供更多的中药产品和中医医疗服务方面呢，我们将会加大力度，有更大的举措，也希望这个好的中医中药能够为美国民众的健康提供更多的帮助。谢谢大家。
There were 2 questions again. Number 1 is whether Beijing Tong Ren Tang is a registered trademark here in the U.S. The answer was that Tong Ren Tang is registered under the Madrid International Registration. So in over 100 regions, it should already be registered trademark. And the second questions are, what are the future plans for Tong Ren Tang here in terms of development here in the U.S.? And that is all the range of products and that you see in China. They hope to bring over more products, and also future plans include to cultivation of herbs here in the U.S. as well as building manufacturing facilities. And in the end, we want to have a holistic plan, as we do in China, to improve the health of Americans.
Thank you. I wanted to share a short story about my experience with traditional Chinese medicine. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis, and I couldn't close my hand more than that. It just would not close anymore. And they told me I could take a drug with a lot of side effects, and I did not want to put that into my body. So I turned to acupuncture, and now I can do this, I can play golf again. So I'm very happy with the results, and I'm very supportive of this joint venture and this venture into the United States and eventually the West Coast. I want to thank all of our speakers today and express our profound gratitude for all of you who have chosen to spend your morning with us. And we hope that this introduction to TCM at this press conference will spur your interest to come to our clinic and to learn more. So I want to thank all of our speakers and also invite you to the ribbon cutting ceremony at 161 Madison Avenue on the 12th floor. And that will begin it's a walking distance, and that will begin in about a half hour? About a half hour. So we hope you'll join us there. Thank you very much.